Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is my reaction channel. I do have two channels. One is for football and the other one is for reaction. So today we are doing reaction channel, and I will be reacting to a video of one of the prestigious person in Nigeria, obviously. And she's a Judge Fumi, and I'm not going to pronounce her full name because I Judge Fumi. So uh, she has a court system, and this court system it's about it's, let's say, it's a legal system that you can easily it's a file for every claim, not a criminal system though. Let's just say an advisory kind of a divorce court system where you can fight for claim and paternity and all those other stuff. She has a case today which I think is very interesting, and I would really would like to give my opinion about it. And this is a case between a man and a woman that that are fighting each other for they're fighting for retribution of time wasted and all those kind of stuff. So I really want to point out some of the decisions that people make. People would say they go on through life and they'll be like, life is long, life is wonderful, but life is really not long. When you're living in life, you could seriously understand that the life cannot be long. Some people, when you talk to them, they'll be like, man, life is very short. There's nothing there's nothing to do. Life is too short. Enjoy yourself now while you are alive, and think about the consequences later. No. As a young man that is growing up now, I would really love to tell some guys, if they are going to listen, that plan well. Because when you don't plan well, there are two things you're going to get. It's either you are being planned for or you get into a big trouble. And that's not where you want to be. I sincerely tell you that's not where you want to be. That's obviously not where you want to be. And I really hope we learn a lot of lessons from this video. So let's get into it right now. Okay.
On the Justice Court, the plaintiff, Josephine Abimbola Akinriola, is asking the court to compel her husband to be responsible for the upkeep of their children.
All rise. Court in session. Honorable Judge Fumi Asaolu presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, this case is between Abimbola and Ayola Akinriola.
Thank you, Akin. Abimbola Akinriola.
Yes, ma'am.
You brought the defendant to court.
Yes.
Ayola.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's your husband.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, tell me why you are here.
Yes. When I met Ayola during my service here as a youth corper.
When was that?
That was in 2005. 2005. As a banker serving in the bank, I met him in the company of his mother. They came around to check his late father's account. So after attending to them, he met me, then he wooed me. Then after that, on several occasions, he was around to talk to me and all that. But because I'm an SS patient, I usually get I'm always very careful.
Let me pause the video there for a bit. I know you probably want to enjoy it, but I want to point out something that she just said now. She's an SS patient. For those that are not aware of what SS means, it means sickle cell. For those that think sickle cell is a kind of sickle disease that they are very rare patients. They are not rare though, but they are very rare patients that needs a lot of medical attention. They need a lot of medical attention, and for her now, she just said, look, I'm a woman with medical attention. I need a lot of medical attention. I am where, but this guy has wooed me. I'm a banker, so which means she was working in a bank while she met this said man. And I want us to continue. I just wanted to make sure that people that do not know what sickle cell means, it's a disease. It's not a disease though. It's a medical condition that needs a lot of money to be taken care of. You need a lot of hospital attention. So obviously that's what I'm trying to explain. Let's go on.
Careful before going into any relationship. So at that time, I was going to 26 years. So then later I gave in to his request. He was not working, there was no job, he was not working. I asked him some questions.
All right. This notion that women think, I want to point out something here now. Women that are listening, no, I'm just going to say this in as much friendly way as I can as possible. You cannot motivate a man to work. You can't. Well, some of you might be like, well, I can't. He's a nice person. No, you can't motivate a man to work. When you meet a man at 26 years old, which she was then, you were a banker, and then somebody comes into a bank to talk to you, and then you ask this person, what's your job? And then he's telling you, I don't have a job. At 37, man, if that doesn't show you that this man is an unserious man, then I don't know what will show you again. I don't know what will really show you that this is an unserious man that you're talking about here. You're talking about a very unserious person. So let's continue. I just want to keep going.
Was a dropout from about 2 different universities.
I really don't like laughing at people's predicaments. Now, let's just highlight something very quickly. He's 37. He's a dropout of 2 university. And he's obviously talking to a banker.
I asked, why is this so and all that? So he said maybe due to cultism or riot.
Oh my goodness. She added another one to it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little bit. 37, 2-term dropout of university, doesn't have a job, and is now involved in courtesan and rioting.
In this case, as a violent person and all that. I said, okay. He now told me that he's now a changed person and is ready to, he has turned a new leaf and he wants to live a good life now. So I tried helping him. I encouraged him to go back to school that he can start all over again, forgetting the age barrier. So he decided to look into that. Then I told him, that means you have to look for a job. You are a grown-up man. I think it was about 37 years, 36, 37 then. So
How old were you then?
I was 26.
Now, don't get me wrong. I really want to point out something here. A man at 37 marrying a lady at 26, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, you know. It's something that I actually even encourage ladies get married to older men. But a 26 years old girl getting married to an 37 years old man that is almost at his financial, that's supposed to be a stable man, and he doesn't even have a job. If that's not red flag, if that's not boom, 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 run for your life. I don't know what else is run for your life. You are a sickle cell. I want to highlight something. You are a SS patient, you're 26 years old, you work in a bank. All these things requires money, and you are obviously well educated because she can speak very good English. She speaks very, very good English. But the decision sometimes that some women take, sometimes as a guy, I'll look at it, I'll be like, wow. Somebody will just sit down and decides to ruin their own life themselves. They think it's funny. It's not funny, you know, it's not really funny. It's a... Come on, let's continue.
Going to 27. So I told him to go back. So he said, okay, no problem. Then I told him that you can drive very well. Since you don't have any certificate to work with, you can start, maybe since you know how to drive, you can apply for a driver's job if you are not going to be shy taking up that kind of a job. It's not a dirty job, you can get a good one. Fortunately for him, he secured one with Oceanic Bank then. So he was lucky to have been put under Cecilia Hebrew to work as one of our drivers. So he was working with her. Then I made him to know that, okay, I was still a virgin, but I need to go back to school. I want to sponsor myself after my youth service. I want to go back for my master's. And that means I may not be able to give you full attention at this time. So I have to go. You won't see me frequently anyway, that you may not be able to see me all the time. The mother too was aware of this before she died.
I want to point out something here. Sometimes when we criticize people, we don't give them their flowers. And I obviously I want to compliment this woman. She's a banker and she was willing to go forward. It's something we should admire in society, that a 26-year-old girl is already working in the bank, earning money for herself. And she's about to get into something that even a mature 21-year-old girl won't get into. And that's what I'm seeing right now. This woman records has been spotless for the longest. It's been really spotless, it's been wonderful, 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 but well, let's continue.
Right. So I went for my master's then, but after my service, I got secured with the bank I was working with. So then during that time, later he came around to my office, we met again, the relationship started again, fully again. So that was when we had an intercourse and he disflowered me. God knows why I got pregnant. So I had during the period of my pregnancy, when I was pregnant, he actually gave my parents, he tortured them because he denied, he didn't deny, but he said he was not ready for marriage. I made him to know that there's no problem, but considering my health, I can't terminate any pregnancy. You just have to keep this baby, and you know that I'm not.
Well, ladies, look. When you see red flag and a man making all the wrong decisions in your life, never, ever, ever in your life be a partaker of it. Don't. Because this is obviously a man that is jobless, is involved in courtism, involved in rioting, is a 2-term university dropout. These records are not good. These records are not good for anybody. They are not good even for you. They're not good for your children to come. They're not good for him. I wonder why a woman that's so educated like this could fall for a man like this. It's a sad story, but I don't pity her. Make your bed, lie on it. Let's continue.
A wayward person. So I kept the baby. Sometimes I would call him. He was already working and he was earning good salary. He was even using the woman's car, as in the boss car often. It was okay, quite okay. So, but he was not supporting me in any way. So I accepted my fate. I went on. My parents supported, my aged parents, they supported me. They gave me all the support I needed. And I was able to pull through. But always going into the hospital on admission and coming out. But at the end of the day, I put to bed through cesarean section.
Again, I want to really compliment the parents. I want to sincerely thank the parents. Sometimes when we all pray for something, we have to pray for good parents. That's one thing I can be proud of. I'm proud of my parents as much as you can say they are not doing fantastic, but I can't be proud of them. I'm so proud of them. So I want to admire our parents because they actually didn't say, well, you've made the wrong decision, you've made some bad decisions, we are leaving you to it. So when we see parents like this, we should always admire them.
So I had this, yes, that was when he now showed up. Though during the first trimester, I called him. We were persuading him to at least do something. Your wife is pregnant. You know you are the owner of this pregnancy. Try and support this lady. He didn't even show up. The only time he showed up that I was able to speak with him when my boss ordered him to come around. My boss then in my branch he now came around. The woman called him. She spoke with him at length. When he left, the woman told me, this is not someone you can marry. She actually said that. But
I want to know something down here. So her boss had to call him to come and bear his responsibilities. He has obviously impregnated a lady that knows is on medical conditions. He has impregnated this lady now, knowing fully well that she's on medical conditions. You know, he has now abandoned this lady to the parents. And you can say whatever you want to say, but this is what we are getting right now. This is what we are seeing right now, and it is not funny. It's not enjoyable for anybody that is watching this. If you don't feel sad for this lady somehow, but I don't either. But I'm just a little bit. How did it happen? Sometimes you try as much as you can. I still have a little bit of sympathy for her. So somebody has obviously, this is the first person that advised her now. Our boss said, this is not a good husband. Number one.
So when I put to bed, I called him. He said he was not in town. He came over that week. So he gave the baby name at the hospital. So I went back to my parents. They took care of me after being discharged. And
I want to write out qualities of a bad husband. Qualities of a bad husband. Some ladies are actually, I don't know if I should call them naive or stupid. Qualities of a bad husband. He doesn't have a job at 37. Red. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know what you are thinking. 2-term university dropouts. Boom, boom, boom. Red. Court involvement. Boom, boom, boom. Red. Court involvement. Red. The rioting. Red. How many red flags is this woman going to see? How many? Now abandoned you in the hospital. Red. Is not in good relationship with your parents. Red. Sometimes you all are so sometimes funny. I'm begging.
I went ahead with the taking care of the baby. 2 years after, going the 3rd year, suddenly, before then, he was calling. At times I would pick. I said, what? You ask of the baby. I said, the baby is fine. And my daughter is fine. She's doing well. She has even gone to school. Mommy and daddy.
Is he sending anything for upkeep of?
He sent, when I was disturbing, he sent like, sometimes he would send 3,000, send 5,000.
Okay.
At maybe like.
That's one good thing he actually did. One thing good that I've heard. He sometimes sends. Sometimes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that I'm pausing this process, but a lot of people need to learn, you know. Some people do not learn the qualities of a bad husband, and they end up falling victim to these circumstances, which is very sad. It's a very sad story. I don't care what you want to say. This is sad.
It was sent
3 months, not in 3 months or in 6 months. He may say 5,000 naira.
I thought he was doing something good. Me myself don't go right something good. In 3 months time, he said 5,000 naira. At 37 years old, to a woman you got pregnant, and that's having your child. Man.
So it was not regular.
That not even about regular. If it is regular, maybe like 3 months, that would have even been considered fair. But not maybe in a year, maybe 5,000 or 3,000 twice. So, but I was not bothered about that. I didn't bother myself.
Wow. And I pity this woman since. I was even sympathizing with her. With all the qualities of this man. This woman just said, I was not bothered. I was not bothered. That was her statement. With all the reds this woman has shown. Reds, red. So my open matter say I'm not bothered.
I just felt, okay, God is helping me. I have a job and I'll take care of this child. So I went on, I was taking care of.
Again, mistakes, how these Christian women they make. I have a God. I have God. I can take care of this child. Another mistake.
Of my daughter. 3 years after, he started calling again, and they came.
That woman is shaking. The woman is shaking her head like, this is sad. So the man didn't contact you after he got you pregnant. He didn't talk to you after that. You are a sickle cell patient. You now have a child to take care of. I'm just trying to list out the qualities of people making mistakes and they think they are nice. You know, when you make stupid decisions like children, you end up like children, obviously. Now you have a child coming forward, one child, a sickle cell patient. Your husband is a secondary school, is a university, two-time university dropout. All this imbalanced decision that you have made now. Then the delusion they have is, I have God. Should be not God.
Back, pleading with my parents that he is so sorry. He is very sorry that he didn't know that my family is a good one. My mother, he actually thought my mother was a witch. That
Weak men arguments. They always try to blame this fetish attitude. Oh, it's a witch that is disturbing me. And my people who village, they disturb me. And my mama, my mother-in-law, they disturb me. Jesus Christ. I even see some people that has bicycle, they will be saying other people are jealous of them. I'm like, are you stupid? Somebody, you that is driving bicycle, you're complaining that somebody else is jealous of you. I mean, is that...
she's into witchcraft. He's a fetish person. So he went to an imam, he went to a prophet, he went to a babalawo, an herbalist. They told him that my mother is the one behind his predicament. I said, you don't have any predicament because you caused this for yourself. They rusticated you from 2 universities, and your life has been in disarray. And now, I've encouraged you to start all over again, and you are doing that. Take that away.
Do you see how people know what they are doing? I keep saying it. This woman knows exactly what she got herself involved in. This is a woman that is well educated. She just by herself lists the qualities of having a bad husband. She just did it by now. You are a 2-time university dropout. You dropped out of 2 universities. That's what she just told everybody now. But in her brain, that didn't sink in. That didn't say run. That no in vibe say run. You yourself knows this man is a 2-time university dropout. But in your own brain, it never occurred to you that, man, I'm not fit. I'm running. See, people can always try to advise other people, but in their own life, they are never able to advise themselves. You just said the point and hit the nail on the head. You are a 2-time university dropout, and that's why your life is struggling. But you that is also struggling as a sickle cell patient, you didn't think of it like, I don't want to add this burden to my own burden. You know, you don't want to add this trouble to my own trouble. You are taking a man that is a 2-time university dropout, is involved in courtism, is involved in rioting, he is 37 and without job, you are the one encouraging him, and at the end of the day, you still not think for your brain, say, man, this one which I want it out.
There's no one attacking you or no one behind your problem. So let's just forge ahead. So later, my daddy is the minister of God, and he encouraged him, talked to him, he apologized, he cried. Then he now said he wants to come and marry me. The only thing I did...
Let's look at the man's face for a while. Look at his face. Is this one showing you of a man that is even remorseful of his decisions? Now look at his face. Look at his face. Look at where. Look at this face. Is this one showing you of a man that is remorseful of what he did? He's always like, this one is talking too much. Look at his face. His face is telling everybody the way he's moving. He's a little bit tired on his feet, that's for sure. His face alone is telling everybody that, man, somebody talk too much. Oh, when she go stop?
It was before you touched me. We are going to go because I've not seen you in the last more than 2 years. We have to go for medical tests. I took him to the lab. We had series of tests done. The STD, we did HIV. I did every other test, but I did not do genotype because I saw the one he gave me when we met. Considering that,
it's even hurt that women that are educated, a woman that's educated at her, is the one making all these significant mistakes in her dating life, in her marriage life. Sometimes people can be so successful in their educational aspect, but when it comes to their own life, they are just oblivious to the fact that they have made some bad decisions. They are just, they don't, there's no essence of accountability in their mouth. She's not accountable for anything. She feels her life has been ruined by the man. That's obviously why she brought him to court, because I do not see why she, as educated as she is now, is dragging a man that was wayward when he was 37. Do you expect him now? The man is probably around 60s now. He's in his 60s now. You expect him to be more mature now? As brilliant as you are, Jesus Christ, give me a break.
I accepted his proposal and we went in for the marriage. His family came around.
So you still married the man? Guys. Let's not be like I'm the only one that is stupid here. I don't think so. Let's just sit down. Sit down as a normal human being and check this thing balance out. A man that left you in sick bed while you were giving birth to his child. He's not in a good relationship with your parents. He doesn't make enough money. He's not able to make money. He's arrogant from his face. Now you can see the man is a very arrogant man. Probably violent also. Now, I'm not saying she's an angel. Guys, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying on all this she's an angel. But I'm just trying to look at this woman and I'm like, so this woman actually gave birth to a child now. So this woman born picking now. She actually gave birth to a child. With all the qualities of this man, let me list them here. I'll put them on the screen. With all the qualities of this man, she decided to go on a wedlock with this man. With everything that he has shown now, with everything that this man has shown, she herself decided, like, man, the next thing I want to do is marry him. With all the qualities. Wow.
For the introduction, then we went for the registry. My documents are here, the pictures, the wedding pictures and everything, and the every document are here. So they came we did the registry, did the engagement and every other thing, and we went home. As in, we went with both of us. We contributed money. We rented.
Man, we want marry you now to contribute money to do. Man, Jesus Christ.
Apartment. So we went home. We're living together.
Don't get me wrong, guys. I do like her idea, though. I love her attitude about life. What I don't like is what she's deciding to do now. I mean, you can like somebody and don't feel bad for them at all. I like her. I like the fact that she's a very well-educated person and she's a driven person, and she doesn't look one bit like somebody that has gone through all this hell that she has gone through now. She doesn't really look it. That's why people can say you can mask your pain. She's very good at masking her pain. If not some other women, they cry. She's taking it very well, But my problem is that how do you stay with somebody like this and decide with all the first 5 years of your relationship, he has never shown any good qualities that anybody would admire, but you decided to still move forward to marry this man? If that's not cost, I don't know what it is. Some people are just so bad at making decisions, I beg.
Few months, let's say almost a year into the wedding, not even up to a year, some months after our wedding, as he started, when we are in the house, my husband you are limping. I was not having issue with my legs, but due to the complication of being a sickle cell, you may have a reason to limp or you have pain. So it was like, why are you limping? Is this how you'll be walking if we go out in public? I said, but you saw me and I explained everything to you.
Now, being jobless and all those qualities that he has that are obviously wicked qualities, he's not even mocking his wife. God.
Before you got married to me, any little thing, my husband will flare up. You will start arguing that to the extent that before we sleep at night, my parents will call because they were so scared that this guy, I hope you are okay. Oh, is everything all right? I said, there's no problem. Daddy, just continue to pray with me. I will pray. I was also trying to make him to be a gentle.
Maybe you see the idea. I was,
Man.
you know, what I mean?
So-
I was also trying to make him a gentleman. This is a man that you were even scared of. Your parents had to call him to make sure you are okay in the night. This is even bad. You know, this is bad decision upon bad decision upon bad decision. The decision just keeps going bigger. So your parents are scared of somebody that you're about to get married to. They are scared of your life. They do not trust him with anything. He's not able to make money. How do all of you decide that it was now better to marry this man? How do you decide that? How do grown-ups just decide? She's grown up. She was in her 30s when probably got married. How do you grown up? Your parents were also grown up. How do you all just decide that this is the best man my daughter should get married to? How do everybody just decide that? Like, I wonder how you could just sit down and say this is something that I should get married to. This is something I should be involved in.
When we argue, he will threaten me. I was like, what? We are not fighting now. We are just explaining things to ourselves. Anyway, I'm sorry. Can we sleep? My daughter he said my daughter should stay with my parents. Actually, my daughter was already in school before he came back to beg for my hand in marriage. When we got married, I was quick to get pregnant. Like 2 weeks after the wedding, I got pregnant again with the twins. So,
well, you have to praise these people. I think the only praise I can give to them is that the fact that, man, they work hard in the bedroom. There's nothing else I can say. That's the only praise I can give them. They work hard in the bedroom. The guy is very good in bed then. Man, they impregnate you every 2 weeks when they meet. First and foremost, they flowered you and got you pregnant. Now, in 2 weeks after marriage, you're pregnant again. Wow.
I started because of my health, I have to go back. I have to go for clinic, antenatal on time, so that I won't have problem. So